Alright, so today we are going through 9 simple steps in order to get your book manuscript ready for publishing. Step number 1. Proofread and edit the book yourself one last time. It's extremely important because you want to go through your book from a structural standpoint and also from the editorial and proofreading kind of standpoint, because you might want to leave some things in it that represent your voice, right? You don't want to edit everything out based on what the editor or the proofreader thinks this is how the book should look like. You want to give that book's manuscript that one last look, or at least look at that at least 2 more times. One, when you're going through the editing process, and 2, when you're going and you're really proofreading the book yourself. So then you can explain the editor what you want to happen on his end or her end, and you can explain the proofreader, okay, you may want to leave these things out, don't touch them, right? So then you can give that book a little bit more uniqueness, and so that editing and proofreading from a professional standpoint, when you're gonna hire a person, is more guided by you and not just templated the way they usually do it. So that's extremely important. Step number 2, have your book cover ready in different formats. Now you have to plan these things out. Let's say you want to publish your book in ebook, paperback, and hardcover format. So you have to have your book cover formatted in those different kind of formats. Let's say you may need even an extra one, which is an audiobook cover format, and they all look different. They're all different sizes, shapes, and sizes. Actually, the audiobook is more like a square, 2400 times 2400, which is the standard audiobook size, for example, on Audible. So you have to put these things in consideration and have all the different forms of your book cover ready once you decide in which formats you actually want to publish your book. All right, number 3, formatting and formatting style. Now, before you dive into this, you have to question yourself how you want this book to be formatted. Is it a simple formatting? Is it more fancy looking? Right? How do you imagine this book to look like when a person opens the book, right? What that experience should be like? Do you want it to be more fancy, more colored, right? Is it gonna be just black and white? Is it gonna be very simple so a person can focus on the text more rather than all the graphics and all the design? So think through these things and really make a decision on in terms of how you want that book to look like. You can look up different examples. You probably have books in your home, and you can go through those examples and say, okay, I love this one. I would love this kind of formatting for my book. Right, so these are extremely important things as well. And also, there are different formatting styles and requirements for ebook, paperback, hardcover. So also, you must be aware of those things and take those things into consideration when you're hiring people or if you're doing, let's say, the formatting yourself. Number 4, book description, specifically book description for the back cover of your book, which is usually for the paperback and hardcover version. Usually that's almost like a short summary of your book, which pinpoints the specific benefits of the book and gives it like a brief story of what the book is all about, right, in a very short form. So you have to have that, and that usually you don't really have to have that. You can leave it empty, but my suggestion would be to have that and have that on the back of your book, so people who, let's say, they're in stores or even on Amazon, people can look at the back of the book and see, okay, I like this book, right, and I would love to read it. Right? So we can, just from the back of your book, they can read enough information and say, okay, I am sold, about to buy this book, and I'm gonna read it entirely, and just because of this back cover book description that you put on there. All right, number 5, author bio. It's almost like a small description and of the credentials of the author. Extremely important. You can give up an opportunity to learn more about you, your credentials, your history. You give them a little bit more about your personal life as well, and that helps to build that relationship even before a person buys a book, right? So you're gonna have that on your, let's say, your Amazon page. also inside the book, right? And that personal touch is extremely important, especially right now, because people are looking to buy from people. People don't want to buy something that's faceless, right? They want to see the face. They want to see a person who represents it, even though we cannot see that person in real time. Let's say you are an author, but at least they can see your face. Okay, I'm trusting this person, and that helps to build that credibility as a person is reading it, right? Or even before a person has an opportunity to buy your book. Right, number 6. This is a small one, very important. Have a clickable table of contents for your ebook. People love to click on a specific chapter and then to jump into that chapter right away, because people don't read the whole book at once, right? And they don't really like, but they remember chapters though. They remember specific issues, right? That, okay, I want to come back to this chapter to read about this, right? Even though, let's say, the Kindle right now has the opportunity to highlight things and so on and so forth, but having a really clickable table of contents for your ebook is something that Amazon, for example, doesn't require. You can do it, but you don't have to do it. But it's extremely beneficial. Readers really appreciate that. And if you don't have it, people kind of don't like that. Some people leave negative reviews because of that and already report a book. So you would like to avoid that. So have that clickable table of contents properly working inside your ebook version, so people can enjoy it and can navigate the book properly, and to make that customer experience really good, because Amazon is all about customer experience. All right, step number 9, and we are getting close, so stay patient. Do your keyword research, right? Very important. In order to get your book ranking on Amazon once your manuscript is published, extremely important to do your keyword research. So there are many tools out there like Publisher Rocket, like Helium 10, are really great tools to research your keywords that are relevant to your book topic, right? Of course, this step must have been taken before you even created your book title, right? So this is not actually step number 7. This is step number 1, even before the title creation. Now, for this video, we are specifically talking about book manuscript, but I thought of including this step number 7 and to remind you how important keyword research is. And so people who are searching for specific keywords, so we can see your book there ranking, page number 1, page number 2. Page number 1 is, of course, so much more valuable than being on page number 2 for specific keyword combination that are the most relevant. So we have to do your own research and put those keywords on in Amazon publishing page, so your book can start ranking for those keywords and people can enjoy what they are looking for, which is your book. All right, step number 8, category research, right? Amazon just recently changed their category rules. Now you choose 3 categories from the hundreds and hundreds of categories that they have. But so you have to really pick wisely. I never suggest to choose categories from the same, to choose subcategories from the same category. You want to be a little bit more diverse, right? So some people from one category and another category might enjoy your book, so you want to be more in different areas. You don't want to have people only concentrated in one area, if that's applicable, right? And of course, you want to place your book right in the right category. Otherwise, chances are your book is not going to sell as well. It's not going to rank as well, because your book is in the wrong category, for example. So people are not looking for your book in that specific category, and we're not going to get it. We're not going to buy it, right? So do your own category research, extremely important to choose the right categories for your book. Step number 9, this is probably the most important one. Have a professional to look over every single step that you completed, right? Get something, especially if you don't have experience yet. You want to some sort of professional to look over, okay, did you choose the right keywords? Did you choose the right categories that are the best fit for your book? Is your manuscript on point? Is the customer experience going to be great, right? What's your strategy afterwards, right? Because you don't want to just produce a manuscript and put it out where nobody cares, right? You want it to be successful because this is what it's all about. Now, some people out there, we don't really care about success. We just want to put their book out there, order a few copies, distribute to their family and members or whatever. That's cool. If that's your goal, that's great. Right? But if your goal is to help as many people as you possibly can and impact as many lives as you possibly can, because this is why you did this book in the first place, right? You have to make sure that each and every step is good, is done really really well, because that's going to impact the success of your book. So make sure you have a professional look at what you did, if all of these steps, right? And then you're good to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.